Hi, Virgo. This is Tisch Aitken, and this is your monthly horoscope for the month of June. And there is a lot at play because we're in eclipse season, and it's a big deal. So we usually only have two eclipses every 6 months, and that's enough. But this summer, we're blessed with having three. And we start the month also with two planets out of bounds, which means that they exceed the sun's outer limits by declination, and they do not play by the rules. So they're uncontrollable. And so to begin with, on June 2nd, Venus squares Mars in the sky, and Venus is transiting in your house of friends and groups. It's currently retrograde and is out of bounds in Gemini, and it's stationed retrograde on May 13th at 21 degrees of Gemini, and will station direct on June 25th, and it will station at 5 degrees of Gemini. And Venus is a personal planet that only retrogrades once every 18 months. So it doesn't happen every year, and it retrogrades in Gemini and in your house of career once every 8 years. So it's a big review period on how you can be more creative and more productive and reassess what you value and how you're valued in what you do professionally. And so that's one thing that's going on. And Venus is out of bounds until July 1st. So it's, again, even it'll be direct, but it will still be out of bounds. So she's all over the place. And then we have the sun transiting in your house of career, and the sun brings light to that area, and the sun will be there until June 20th. And the nodes of fate have just recently changed signs. They entered the Sagittarius Gemini axis on May 5th and will be there until January 4th of 2020. And that's a lot. It's mutable energy, like you, a mutable sign, and it's about learning and teaching and writing. And the north node of destiny is what you're meant to go towards and what you're meant to embrace. And for you, it's transiting in the house of career until January of 22. So again, really new beginnings and fostering that area of your chart. And then we have we have Venus squaring Mars on June 2nd. Not the easiest energy, friction with friendships and relationships, very creative if you can tune into that. The following day, Venus Sun conjunction that happens once a year in your house of career, what you value, what makes your heart happy. Okay, that's happening. Then we have the lunar eclipse on June 5th at 15 degrees of Sagittarius. That's a mutable fire sign, and that falls in your, let's see here, it falls in your house of home and family and real estate. So there could be issues with family that surface. This eclipse is challenging because it's squaring Mars exactly. They're both, the eclipse is at 15 Sag, and it's squaring Mars at 15 Pisces, and Mars is transiting in your house of partnerships. So there again could be friction with relationships and with family, and it's not the easiest of eclipses, but it also could be lunar eclipses tend to be a completion and a release. Maybe it's something you've been working on with the home or real estate, and it comes to completion. Maybe there are projects that come to completion, but eclipses are very unpredictable. So they're wild cards, and we know it's squaring Mars, and that's not great. So we got to just, be patient and kind, and try to do as best as we can. Then we have, let's see, on June 11th, the sun transiting in your house of career, squares Neptune in the sky. That can be very creative on the higher form and spiritual, but it also can be deceptive. Lies can get uncovered, and even, during eclipse season, very often things come to light. They make us see things in a way we've never seen them before. So that in itself, but that could be a day that's very nebulous energy, feeling depressed, whatever, hopefully creative. And a lot of dreams. Pay attention to your dreams right now with Mars transiting in Pisces, and Neptune energy is very emphasized this month as well. And on the 13th of June, Mars meets up with Neptune in your house of relationships. And that's a very devitalizing energy, tired, fatigued, but just kind of resting, practicing self-care. And then we have the summer solstice, and that is when the sun enters 0 degrees of Cancer, and that falls in your house of friends and groups. And the sun slows down and stops for 3 days, and it is a significant time. Review what you want this and reflect on what you want this season to be. And then the following day, early in the morning at 2:41 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, which actually on your time zone would be, I believe, is still on the 20th Pacific, because I'm doing Eastern. So there's a solar eclipse, a total solar eclipse that falls in your house of friends and groups. And that is also the 11th house is networking. It's the internet, it's social media. This is an excellent time for you to market yourself, Virgo, with the eclipse there. There's a lot going on there, but it's definitely a time to do so. And that's where a new beginning is falling for you, and hopefully new friendships coming in, or reconnecting with old friendships and acquaintances. And definitely honor that solar eclipse, even though it's a very erratic time. It's a new moon eclipse. Set intentions, do something to honor that, do a ritual to honor that total solar eclipse. It's conjunct the North Node within a degree. It's very intense. And then we have on June 30th, a Jupiter-Pluto conjunction, and they meet up at 24 degrees of Capricorn, and they trigger that historical lineup of Capricorn that occurred on January 12th. And this is in your house of romance and creativity and self-expression. And Jupiter and Pluto together, they are intensifying this difficult year we've had, and expanding the story. But bear in mind, they meet up every 13 years, and they're actually a very powerful combination, and very transformative and very empowering. And for you, it's in your house of creativity and romance and self-expression. So use that energy to transform. And let's get through this. And it's going to be a busy month. So I wish you a lot of luck, Virgo. Thank you.